in death there's a lot of life. Because once we start dying and die, we start, all sorts of things start moving again, you know. It's kind of flux.
Yes.
And the big question, you know, comes back to time. Because we'll never, no matter how good a shape a Clifford painting is in, it's never going to be like it was when he painted it.
Ever. But at what point do you let it decay?
It's a totally different kind of study. The freedom of it with just washes that soak into the paper, very gentle, almost like a touch of Rothko, but long before Rothko reached his style in 1950. Pellucid, delicately done, but extremely controlled. It reminds me of the traditional practices that you learnt in art school as to how to lay in washes to suggest light, air and distance. So the blue wash here is close up, and then the mountain or hill in the background, it fades out into space. The theme of both comes back to space, because this may be a study of a foreshortened horse, but the horse is going into nowhere, total emptiness, wilderness, and again, the literal pictorial field anticipating the abstract fields which will then consume Clifford Still's later mature work.
The way in which David easily can connect still to philosophy, anthropology, the classics, music, and not just classical music, but in other art forms, absolutely is a kind of analog to what David's interests are as well. And you almost couldn't have picked an artist and an art historian better suited, one in Still's case to challenge David and not make it too easy, but also having the intellect that David has to try to unwrap and try to answer some of these very, very difficult questions, starting with why does Still make these paintings, what are they about, and what do they mean to us now in the 21st century?
The person is expected to deliver a lecture in December. So one of the criteria I've got is, could it be completed in the time frame, or a sufficient body of work so that there is a lecture in December, the Fred Berman Memorial Lecture.
I'd like to decide today.
Today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
if I have to look at anything on a map, then I will. It's coming to memory now. You know Fred worked on the Hussite Quran, Hussite manuscript?
No.
Oh, well, this is something which was quite a big deal.
Where was this?
Because this was the Chelsea Theological Seminary in New York. And there was, and this is coming right out of the top of my head, but there was a very important and large Hussite manuscript in Czech, I think it was 16th century, obviously bound as codex, and it was very badly damaged in the fire. And I know that while he was at Columbia, he spent a lot of time working on that. Pierre primarily speaks French. I speak English. I can speak some French, but it comes back to something very fundamental about my life, is that being deaf makes foreign languages almost impossible. And it's tough enough for me to hear English, but to hear French or German is a kind of insuperable challenge. But I'm standing with, it's almost, it's like an honor. I'm standing with the son of Albert Skira, the great publisher.